Yo people, it's your boy Richard Morse back at it again with another match preview, ladies and gentlemen. And this time it's AFC Bournemouth at home against Wolves. Now, looking at this on paper, I mean, we're 5th in the league right now and Wolves are currently, if I'm not mistaken, 17th in the league. They've only won one of their last 5 games and against, I don't even know who it was against. Let's have a look. Who was it against? Their last victory was against Aston Villa, believe it or not. That's an interesting one. I wasn't quite surprised by that one, actually. But yeah, they've only won one game of their last 5. We've won 4. Well, actually, we've drawn 1, won 3, and lost only 1. And the only defeat we've had recently was against Liverpool. But, it's Liverpool, lads. Can we really be surprised at that? No. And yeah, with the run that we've been on recently, on paper, we should win this match. On paper, really. Apart from, Cunha, who do Wolves really have that are a threat to us? No one, really, let's be honest. And you got to remember, this is a team that have sacked their manager during the season. They lost their best defender in Max Kilman. They've just been so depleted and really running on a one-man team sort of mentality of, as long as Cunha's scoring goals and keeping them up the table, that's all they've got. If Cunha doesn't turn up, who do they really have? That's about it, really. They lost Pedro Neto as well. This is a team at Wolves that over the last couple of seasons, they've been absolutely depleted of all their star players. They lost Jota to Liverpool, Neto to Chelsea, Nunez, Neves. They've lost so many players now. It just feels like it's a sinking ship. And unfortunately for Wolves, they literally in a relegation battle now. They're currently 19th in the league in terms of points. 19 points, sorry. They're 17th in the league on 19 points. But they're only 2 points above Ipswich and Leicester, who are literally in the relegation zone right now. So literally every loss to them can be also pretty much be fatal. So for us, if we win this game, we get the chance to get 46 points and possibly move to 4th. But unfortunately, we're just below Manchester City, and unfortunately Man City are starting to find a bit of a groove again. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle to overtake them. So honestly, if we end the season about 5th or 7th, I'll take it, because we'll definitely guarantee the European spot. We definitely deserve a European spot, but I can't really see us getting Champions League, only because, not because of the form or the players or anything like that, it's only because Forest and City are just going to constantly keep finding ways to win. We're going to struggle to just overtake them. I feel like it's just going to be one of those where we're trying to constantly overtake them, or we do if we play early on in the weekend, but by the end of the weekend, we'll be back down to 5th again, because they'll win a game, they'll overtake us again, and it's going to be constantly revolving thing. We go up for a few hours, then they come up, then they go up, It's that sort of thing. Now, in terms of starting 11, I think it's pretty much going to be the same team we've been going with. Hopefully Solo's coming back. Hopefully he's coming back soon. I mean, don't get me wrong, Cook has been unbelievable for us as a fullback. He's played out of his skin for us, but we need a proper fullback in that right back position. We can't keep going on with this sort of makeshift fullback team of Cook. We can't keep relying on him to bail us out every time. We need a fullback to come back into that position. And yeah, apart from that, we just got to keep going with the team that we have. I know Scott and Sinistera are rumoured to be coming back very soon, which would be good for us, because I do feel like we do need a bit more rotation in the squad, because we are sort of wearing these players thin. And, after a while, if you keep playing the same players over and over and over again, tiredness is going to happen. There's a risk of more injuries. There can be a little bit of complacency because there's no, threat for players' positions. You know what I mean? Where, when a team is so limited on the amount of players they have left, where a little bit of complacency starts to form in the mentality of the players, where they're like, it doesn't matter if I play well or play shit. I know I'm going to be picked next week because there's no one else in that position. They have to play me. So whether I play good or bad doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So, it would be good to have Sinistera come in and give, that left wing, or possibly even on the right, depending which way you want to play him, give them a little bit of a competition, a little bit of hey, my spot's in jeopardy here. I need to step up and prove that I'm still the number one guy on the right or the left, and I'm not going to let Sinistera take my place, sort of thing. And yeah, on paper, it's hard to, drop Cliver, drop Semenyo, but, at times we will need to start rotating the players. We've still got the FA Cup to play. We've got to play Wolves both in the Prem and in the FA Cup. So I'm wondering, considering that, because we've got to play Wolves twice, 2 weekends in a row, I'm pretty much think that we're going to prioritise this game over the FA Cup. I think if you gave us the option of going on a good cup run or finishing in the top 4, with a possibility of winning in the top 4, I think personally, I'd rather just go for the European run. The cup is the cup. We could always try again next season. It's not the end of the world if we don't get there. Historically, we only usually get to maybe the round of 16, maybe the quarterfinal if we're lucky, and that's about it. We never really have a chance of winning the FA Cup or the League Cup anyway. So if we have a chance to really solidify a Champions League spot for the first time in our history, personally, I'd rather prioritise that than go on a cup run where, knowing our luck, we'll end up against a Man City or Newcastle and we'll just end up getting slapped in the semis or quarters or whatever. So yeah, I'd rather prioritise a European run this season than a cup run. But then I suppose some people will argue a cup run means at least we're guaranteed silverware rather than going for top 4 just to get beaten every week on a Tuesday. You know what I mean? But hey, who do I know? Either way, it'd be great for us because it proves that we're not just this sort of mid-table, casual Premier League team. We actually are a team on the rise, and we actually are a team that could be a future threat at one point. I know a lot of people say, well, this team's only on a good run because of the players. Once you lose a couple of players or the manager, it's all going to go to shit. And yeah, that is a possibility of happening. Look, our players are playing so good this season that in the summer, there's definitely going to be a few other clubs looking around to sniff and snatch some of our players away. We've heard so many rumours about Semenyo. We've heard so many rumours about Housing, Kirkes, even Cliver. All these players that have been playing unbelievably well, they're going to be on the radar of other clubs in the summer. And hopefully we can do our best to try and keep as many as we can. Hell, we even saw a rumour recently about Housing having a 50 million release clause. So, a team like Chelsea and Man United or the teams with the money are definitely going to be looking at this guy thinking, 19 years old, only a 50 million release clause, sign him. You know what I mean? So we just got to enjoy this run as we can, this season as we can, and take it week by week. If we try and look too far ahead, it's not going to work because we could plan to have these players for the next 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons, and then in the summer we lose. If we lose a Cliver, we lose a Semenyo, we lose a Kirkes, we lose a Housen, we can't. We need to find players to replace them as soon as possible, but there might not be anyone out there. So we have to try and hold on to these players as long as we can and do the best we can with them. And if that means sacrificing an FA Cup to get a great European position, so be it. The league and FA Cups are just the cup tournaments. We could always try again next season. If this is possibly our one chance ever to get Champions League football, we've got to take it. And yeah, it's games like these against a team like Wolves, who are currently 17th in the league. These are the points where we have to get. We can't afford to slip up against these teams, really. And that's not just because they're 17th in the league. That's just with the amount of games we've got left. We've got We're on 25. So we've got 13 games to go. And with the run that we've got coming up, because I know we've got to play Man City, we've got to play Villa at some... Have we got to play Villa? Hang on. Let me check. I want to see the next couple of games that we have. Because we got Wolves, Ipswich, Brentford... Teams like that, where we need to get those 3 points. We can't afford to slip up against teams like that. And historically, against Brentford, we always seem to. I've seen it so many times where we should have won a game. Something happens in defence. We slip out and let a goal in, and it's 1-1, 2-2, or we lose 2-1 at the last stupid minute. And yeah, that's where we drop points. And right now, we're at that stage in the season where every point is vital. Whether you're a relegation team, whether you're going for the league, whether you're going for a European spot, every game counts and every point counts. If you start dropping points now, it's getting to the point where draws are not enough anymore. Draws basically a loss. You have to win. Get the 3 points. 1 point just isn't enough anymore. Especially when you look at the teams around our position right now. You've got Chelsea on the same amount of points. You've got Newcastle only 2 points behind us. Fulham, they're only 4 points behind us and they're in 8th. So, it's that sort of thing. And then you've got Forest above us at 47. So really, if you go all the way down to from 3rd to 10th, there's only 10 points. Only 10 points between those current rankings. And what's that? 10 points is three wins and a draw. And anything can happen in the next 13 games. So we have to keep winning and have to keep getting as many points as we can for the rest of the season. If we start dropping points now, we're going to slowly dip down the table and we could end up being 8th or 9th and just miss out on a European spot, which would be absolutely gutting considering we really do deserve a European spot this season. I don't care if it's Conference League, Europa League. I mean, I would absolutely love Champions League, but I just don't see that happening. I think realistically, it's going to be either at a push Europa League, probably Conference League, to be honest. And I think if we get that, I'll be happy with that, because I feel like the Conference League is a tournament that we could actually win. And historically, so far, whenever a Premier League team goes into it, they seem to come out on top. West Ham have won it. Tottenham could have won it if they didn't sort of bin it off. They basically binned it off. They shouldn't have done it. They could have won a trophy when they did that. And the way Chelsea are playing it, it looks like Chelsea are just going to walk it. They're absolutely miles ahead. None of the other teams are really a threat. I think Chelsea are going to walk it without even really trying. So if Bournemouth get into the Conference League, we actually have a chance of winning a trophy, a European trophy. Yeah, I know people will say, well, it's the third tier European trophy. It's kind of like winning the bronze medal at the Olympics. Like, it's good, it's bronze, but it's not gold, is it? You know what I mean? You don't train as an Olympian for 4 years to come third. You want to become first. And most players, they don't dream about winning the Conference League. They dream about winning the Champions League. But, for us, a Conference League is basically a Champions League to us. Like, Bournemouth historically are never looked at as this team that are ever going to be in Europe. So the fact that we actually have a chance to be in Europe is unbelievable, considering the journey we've gone from, minus 17 to possibly European tours. We'll fucking take that every single day. I don't care if it's considered the rubbish Conference League, a nothing league, the third tier, whatever. I will take that, and to have those memories as a Bournemouth fan is something I will tell, my kids, my grandkids. Like, it's something that will never be taken away from us. Yeah, it might be just a one-season wonder sort of thing, but to have these memories with my buddies, something I can tell my kids, my grandkids, I'll take that to my grave, and I'll absolutely cherish every single memory. So yeah, on paper, when you look at the game, we should win on paper. I think defensively, Wolves are going to struggle against our attack. I feel like we're just going to be one of those things where we're just constantly attack. We'll eventually break them down. And I think score-wise, I'm going to go with a... You know what? I can see this being a 2-1. I've got a weird feeling this might be a 2-1. I feel like because Wolves are so close to the relegation battle, they're going to be very scrappy and they're going to give it every shot they have, and they feel like if there's a team to upset, it'll be against us. So I have a bad feeling it's going to be Wolves are going to go 1-0 up, and then we're going to scratch and claw and come back to make it 2-1. I think that's what's going to happen. Or my other prediction would be 2-0. Those would be my two. 2-1 or 2-0. I think that's what it's going to be. One of those two. And yeah, I'll be at the game, so I'll be doing a match day vlog as usual. I will be doing a match watch along very soon, which will be the Brighton game. So I'll be looking forward to doing that one very soon. Be nice to do a watch along. I haven't done one for a while, so it'd be nice to do that TikTok and YouTube soon. There'll be another live stream soon. And yeah, just on a personal note, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's subscribed to me these last couple of months. Especially because I've started doing live streams on YouTube and TikTok recently. The amount of following and support I've had in those last couple of weeks and last couple of months has been absolutely unbelievable. I want to say thank you to everybody. I really do appreciate it. My goal this year is to try and get to 2,000 subscribers. And I think currently, if I'm not mistaken, let me see where we're at. We're on 1,155. So we only just got to 1,000 before the end of last year. So my goal to try and get to 2,000. I mean, the fact we're nearly just under 100 away from being a quarter of the way to 2,000. I'll absolutely appreciate every single one of you. And hopefully we can get to 2,000 quicker than we did 1,000. So yeah, thank you everybody that watched my videos, my shorts, my live streams, my, career modes, my previews, my reactions. Thank you to every single one of you. I appreciate every single one of you. And I love doing these for you guys. I'm looking forward to doing more for you guys in the future. Oh yeah, on that note, I've been your boy Richard Morse. Up the fucking cherries. Come on, cherries. Let's get another 3 points on Saturday. And I'll catch you guys in my reaction. See you later.